Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning today. How are you all doing? So today is now June the 7th, 9 in the morning. It's a Tuesday, and we see some major volatility, but not the kind of volatility that you can trade. So the way that I'm seeing Bitcoin right now is it's trending in this range. I'm seeing a 12 hour where we're seeing the bodies of the opens and the close hit right about here. And that's also where, right here, okay, right there, that's about hitting that same particular point as well. So we're getting anything above that region is considered a bull trap. So I wouldn't be surprised if we head right back downtown over here and we end up hitting the $28,600 region. So it's not the best day, guys. I mean, despite us getting above that 12-hour RSI, which we've done a few times now, look, or sorry, the 12-hour MACD, there's once there. This looked like it was a pretty decent support candle actually. Despite it being at the top of an uptrend, it rejected going to the downside. Okay, that's a good candle for a bull run. But what ended up happening is the second candle ended up getting the same type of candle. So I don't know about that. Like, after getting a support candle, we should have rallied, but we didn't. So a bearish candle ensues. The body of the candle gets right here down to the 55 EMA. And then we completely bearishly engulf the next one right here. So this is not the best candle to be representing Bitcoin when it comes to rally. And then here we ended up getting a huge doji candle over the 12-hour 55 EMA, followed by a monstrous correction candle of 7%, which basically wiped out the entire progress here. What's really depressing about this scenario is that we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles, 5 12-hour candles, which is 2.5 days of support right there, right in that range. And then we got one monstrous bull rally candle of 5.5%, which rocked the market in terms of positively rallying, right? But unfortunately, despite that that 5 candles of 2.5 days of holding there, we completely just broke that support range pretty much in one bearishly engulfing candle. So it's a pretty scary week, guys. 2 weeks in a row right here. 1 week, 2 week, where we get these inverted pin bar type candles, which can be seen as a bullish continuation trend or a bullish reversal rather. But right now they're really on the fence. I mean, we're hitting this lower range of the support. Take a look. So this is the lower range right here, around the $29,481. And just so you guys know, I'm letting everybody know I've got one slot left for my June special here. For this one, I only allow 5 slots per month, and I've got 1 slot left. I'm not really advertising it or anything much. So what you get for the 5 slots, or 1 slot left, is you're gonna get a lifetime membership. It goes for $1,050. Normally it's $1,950. So you're saving 45%, which is a pretty big deal. You're getting a lifetime Discord membership to come trade and learn with me. You're getting the full course version 2.0 and the second edition textbook mailed out to you probably in about 10 days. And you're also going to get the full course version 2.0. So make sure you DM me for this. I think a lot of people that are getting serious into trading, they'll come into my group and they're going to learn more than they've learned in a long period of time. And especially if you want to become a good and a serious trader, I think you got to invest in yourself first. Once you invest in yourself, spend a little bit of money on some material. You gotta. Don't be those kind of people that are losing everything that they put into the market. And then they're like, nope, I'm not going to spend any money on. I'm not saying even with me. I'm saying learn from anywhere, from anyone, right? I'm not just trying to get your business. I'm saying that you got to invest in yourself. You got to acquire some skills. You got to develop some skills. You got to make sure that you're learning something. If you think that you can just go into the market and start making some money and not invest in yourself and not learn anything at all and just go with the free material that everybody's got access to, if anybody's got access to it, how are you going to learn more than the guy to your left or to your right? You got to get highly specialized and trained through a really good program. And in my opinion, my course is one of the best courses out there, if not the best, right? The original one got 4,000 reviews, and this one is even better. So I look forward to getting that very last slot filled, guys. That's it. A lot of people ask me after the last slot is filled, can I still get in? And I say, unfortunately not. You got to wait until the next month. So one slot left, guys. 1050, say 45%. This is a good way to invest in yourself for the long run. So right back to this, okay? So Bitcoin here on the weekly, you've got 2950 or 29,500. That's the support range pretty much. Like right at the low of that candle. This whole range, if you think about it, like this range all the way down here to like 28,006 or so, this here is the range where Bitcoin is trying to shatter right now. If Bitcoin breaks this range, we're gonna get some massive volatility to the downside. We will probably end up hitting 20,000. 20,000 guaranteed. If this ends up hitting, this breaks here, we're talking about, this is on the weekly now, by the way, okay? We're talking about the lows of these candles over here. Like there, that range, here, 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 breaking all of these. If we break this, which is now the January 2021 low, okay, that's the 1 year low pretty much, 1 year, 4 month low. If we break this, we're gonna see some major capitulation. Capitulation basically refers to when one side is given up, in this case, the bulls, and if they give up, we're just gonna see some massive drops back down. And right, by the way, this is in the regular chart here. Let me just show you guys on a log chart. It might make more sense here. Actually, let's go to BTC, USD on like another coin, like not the futures market. Okay, let's just go to the log scale here. Like, would you guys believe me that we're probably gonna, you know, if we end up falling, if we break out of here, doesn't it make sense that we're just gonna get to these ranges down over here, right? And it's demarcated by this region, okay? That region, that region, that region, okay? So this sounds kind of extreme, but we're most likely gonna, if we break this this range down over here of like, I'm talking like $28,000 roughly. If we break $28,000, there's a 100% chance certainty, in my professional opinion, that we're probably gonna get to 2018's all-time high, or 2017's December 17th all-time high of around $19,900. Once again, if we break 29,000 range or 28, 29K, right around this range where we've been holding so far, there's almost a 100% certainty if we break around that 28K range that we will get to 2018's or 2017, sorry, December 17th all-time high of that range. It just seems to make a lot of sense, right? And if we break that, the $19,900 range of 2017's December 17th high, we're gonna fall right back down to 12,000, okay? And if that gets to 12,000, can you just imagine how much of a sale Bitcoin's going to be, and how happy everybody's going to be to get Bitcoin that cheap? And if you are not thinking of getting Bitcoin, or if you did not get an opportunity to get Bitcoin in those particular price ranges, this is going to be a fire sale. You should probably consider it in your best interest to pick up Bitcoin in that range. Not financial advice, but if we got to 20K before, right, in 2017, and in 2018 it fell to like between 3K and 12K, well, you probably regretted not getting it. And then, 2019 it fell down again. 2020 it fell down to a low of 4,500. You probably regretted not getting it then, right? But if you think in the grand scheme of things, because Bitcoin went up to 70,000, if you bought it at 12.5K, well, you'd probably be laughing today still, right? That's a 6x return. So if it goes down to that range, if it breaks here, honestly, if it breaks 12,000 roughly, like, we still got to break this low too, keep in mind. This low here needs to be broken. This low is 26,700. That needs to be taken out as well to get down to the $19,900 range. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. No idea, but just based on how the momentum's looking so far, it completely got destroyed. Bitcoin was on a tear going up, right? Yesterday people were really happy. We're like, all right, Bitcoin recovered like about 8% so far. So right now we could just be in a major period where Bitcoin's testing up or down, up or down. Is it going to break this? Is it going to hover? It could happen for a long period of time until something happens. Look at here, for example. This here ended up lasting 67 days in this particular range of up and down, right? Before it ended up making some monster highs. Sometimes it lasts a long time. If you look over here, this range right there ended up lasting about a month. This range right here, like this whole consolidation, ended up lasting 36 days. So shit like this can happen all the time. Like this one here lasted a long time. Despite it going up like 30%, the breakout lasted 3 months until it actually broke through the upside. That was a really good breakout to catch. I remember this. I remember this really clearly of just kind of trading like around there. I'm like, as soon as it breaks, as soon as those guys formed and this guy formed, I was like, man, it's on. It's getting higher lows each time. Higher low, right? So I wanted to really trade that, I remember. That was a really good trade back in March 2019 there. So right now I'm on the fence with what Bitcoin could possibly do. I think it might just consolidate here for a long period of time before a breakout happens. So there's a lot of choices that you can make during situations like this, right? You can go into a long position at the support, just as an example, and then just stop yourself out really quickly though, right? This is not financial advice. I'm just talking about some of the situations that people are probably faced with right now. If people go into a long position and just hold it, well, they better be ready to stop themselves out very, very quickly, right? And then are people waiting for a break to the downside as well, where you could possibly enter a short position if it does break. But where's the break point? Because there's many different bear trapped regions, we got to be really careful. So if a break ends up happening, the best scenario is let the break happen, let the retrace happen, and then let it break down again, and then enter on the break of the lower low, right? So when it bounces, when it breaks, let the first break happen wherever that is. Okay, breaks down, retraces up, and then the next break you watch for is this guy right there. And then that goes to the same theory for a long position, right? If it breaks above, say, this region that I was drawing for you guys, the 31.7, let it break out. Who cares if you miss it? It's better to be cautious in a time like this. It's better to just let it break out, right? And then a dip happens, and then catch the next breakout on here, for example, when it breaks above here. Because you want to be extra cautious in a time like this. You don't want to just go into a trade and be like, you know what, I'm just going to take a chance and just hold it, whatever. You want to make a game plan. Right now, it was looking pretty good. Like, this was looking pretty decent. Everything is. But now it's just in neutral fuck you up territory. Like look at this. It's the 1 hour is really low, 2 hours low, 3 hours low, 4 hours low. Actually, the 5 hours, 6 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, daily, 2 day, it's all neutral, the RSI. But of course, on the MACD here, like the MACDs are really neutral. You never want to trade MACD when it's neutral. Okay, you only want to trade it when it's a very low point or a very high point. But if it's neutral like this, just don't even bother trading it. So right now it's in a range, and I don't want to touch BTC unless one of two. I don't want to trade anything today unless one of two things happen. One, BTC breaks this range, or two, a coin does 25% move. Other than that, it's not worth my risk. It's not worth my time to trade this. So I'm going to chill out today, just take a step back, watch the market, and go for a trade when it's worth it. Never have that itch to just be in a trade. It's going to destroy your account. You got to know when to wait for a trade to happen. It's not me wanting to take a day off or anything like that. I want to make as much money as you guys want to make money. But unfortunately, you've got to just chill. After a move like this, which is a big move, anytime Bitcoin moves over 5% really quickly and volatile, in a volatile way like that, you want to really take a step back and just let the market settle. Otherwise, there's a high chance you're going to get destroyed. You got to know when to protect yourself. You have to know when to stay out to protect yourself, or else this could really end up hurting you for the long run. So I'm just looking at my puppy. So I'm probably going to end it right here. Okay, guys? So I got one slot left once again for this June special of mine. I hope to see the last slot filled up. You just never know. Like, investing in yourself for this one time. You know, a lot of people are like, but I've only got this much to trade. You know, I can't afford it because it's going to take away money from my trading account. I promise you with 100% certainty that If you just decide to trade without learning something, you're really likely to lose everything in your bankroll. So then you'll have wished that you invested in yourself instead. I've heard that so many times from everybody. And the people that did, like, your skills are going to grow with me. I can guarantee your skills will grow and your confidence will grow as well. I can't guarantee that you're going to be a successful trader, but what I can guarantee is your skill set's definitely going to go up, right? And how hard you put into this and how much effort you put into learning, studying, that's going to determine the outcome and the possibility of you becoming a trader. You may have 1,000,000 books on the shelf and all the material in the world to learn, but if you don't put in the work for yourself to learn, and you're just letting the material sit on the desk despite you buying all the content, if it's just sitting on the shelf and collecting dust, it's not a problem with the material. It's a problem with you, right? So I hope to see the last person. See you guys there. Bye now. Have a great morning, and let's see if we can catch some trades today. Bye.